So, I've been reading a bunch of C.J. Ducasse, who is a French-born American philosopher who wrote a lot on the topic of art. Well, comparatively not a lot, but he wrote some interesting stuff, so whatever. And it has me thinking about the process of making art, more specifically how I connect emotion into art and how other artists connect emotion into their art. C.J. Ducasse specifically mentions two forms of experiencing emotions in art. A more experiential means of expressing emotion that he calls venting expression, where the emotion directly influences the art and is felt during the process of making art. And then he mentions a contemplative or measured expression of emotion, an objectifying emotional process, a means of imagining emotion, specifically noting that contemplation of emotion or imagining the emotion is where artistic venture is made. And I think this is awesome. Being able to define two different kinds of places that artists can draw upon when creating art inspired by emotion is interesting. But what I often struggle when I'm reading this piece is that I've made pieces inspired by a very active emotion that I am feeling, and I've also made art through the contemplation of the nature of a particular emotion. And that's not to say that I think what Ducasse says about art is wrong. That's more to say that I think it's just interesting to see the distinction between creating art while actively feeling something and representing your feeling through the art, and the difference in creating art that is contemplating a feeling that you might have experienced, might not have, and yet very much defined by an emotional expression. And I appreciate him noting that difference.